Okay, so guys, we had to change venues really quickly because I realized you couldn't really see my oils. So I'm gonna talk quickly about the essential oils. Like I said, I started off my journey in essential oils with this starter kit right here that you see. And so why I chose this is because it is the only thing on the Young Living website that is like more than half off. And like I said, at the time I was a poor college student and couldn't afford to pay for a huge thing. But this was such a good bargain that I had to buy it. And so that's why I purchased this kit. It comes with 10 everyday oils, one like bonus oil, which is Stress Away, and I will talk about him in a minute, how much I love him. A diffuser and some other goodies like Ninksa Red, which we'll talk about in a minute, in this little packet right here. So first things first, I'm going to talk about lemon oil. And lemon oil is the first one on right here. And this guy, it's so amazing what all he can do. He's one of the main ingredients in the Thieves, like the Thieves cleaner and the Thieves oil right over here. It is one of those oils that is just such an amazing oil. I wish you were here to smell him. He smells, oh my gosh, he smells amazing. This smells like, you know how like when you cook with lemon and you do like a zest or whatever, that's what this smells like. There is no like a sweet, there's no like really weird sweet after smell. You know what I'm talking about, the super artificial crud that we smell in like body sprays and stuff. You have none of that with this. It smells like pure lemon. Like that's exactly what it smells like, and yet it's a really pleasant smell. So he's really good for like antibacterial stuff. Like I said, he's in the Thieves cleaner and the Thieves blend. He's also really good to awaken the brain and things like that. So if you're just having a day where you're like, I can't wake up, lemon, he is your best buddy. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Copaiba, and this actually is one of the oils that it actually supports like the entire body. Like this is one of those oils that it has a function for almost every single part of your body. He is such an awesome thing. It promotes overall wellness as well, and is also just an amazing skin oil. I actually have Copaiba in my shampoo. Gosh, that smells good. And it actually helps with moisture and that kind of thing. So Copaiba is an awesome buddy of mine. And I wish you could smell him. He smells like kind of woodsy. In a good way. I say in a good way because I know that some people say, oh, it smells earthy, and like that, I guess that's like code for like it smells disgusting. I don't feel like that. I like this woodsy smell, and it's kind of a subtle smell at the same time, so I really like that one. The next one I'm going to talk about is Digize. Digize is really, really good for like gastrointestinal health. He is like my buddy. He and I are besties. He smells like ginger and like peppermint mixed together because it's a blend, so it has both of those oils in it. Oh my goodness. Smells so good. Even though it's like for gastrointestinal health, it smells so freaking good. I have applied this, like I said, I have issues with my stomach and stuff. So this one is like one of those oils that is really good. And as you can see, it's in a white label. So according to the FDA, we can actually ingest this oil. So there have been times when I've put it underneath my tongue, or I've actually put it in my water and taken it internally. And it really does help. I was put on some other medications. I started using Digize instead. And really, honestly, it helps promote so much wellness within my gut and everything. It's one of my faves. So I'm going to put him there. The next one I'm going to talk about is Thieves. And it's like my favorite oil. I mean, I'm sorry, other oils, This is kind of like one of my favorite children, he and this one, but we'll talk about him in a minute. Thieves oil. I drank Thieves oil. Like I said, it's in a white label, so we can ingest him. But the Thieves oil, here's what I'm going to tell you about Thieves. There's a little story that goes along with Thieves and the name of Thieves. Back in the day when the bubonic plague was going on, there were these robbers, these grave robbers, who were going to these victims of the bubonic plague and stealing all their stuff. And as we know from history, the bubonic plague was incredibly contagious, right? And yet these grave robbers weren't getting sick at all. Not one bit. So when they were captured, the authorities were like, listen, we'll let you basically go if you give us the recipe of why you're not sick. And this is their recipe. This is their recipe of how they avoided getting the bubonic plague. Awesome. This is such a huge immunity boost. I can't even tell you how much of a boost to my immune system this provides. I put it in my drink and my tea every single morning, and it adds a little bit of that kick to it. I mean, it's a spicier, it smells like fall. That's what oh my gosh. It smells like cinnamon, clove. It smells like fall in a bottle. Every time I put it in my diffuser necklace, people say to me, oh my gosh, like, did somebody light like a pumpkin spice whatever? And I'm like, no, it's me. It's my perfume. It's what I'm wearing. And honestly, like, it's one of those oils that I know is good for my immune system, and it's awesome. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So I love him. The next one I'm going to talk about is the peppermint. Remember how I told you about the peppermint oil that I bought that gave me the massive migraine? Yeah, this is the real stuff. This is the real McCoy, also in a white label. You can diffuse them, you can apply the white labels. It doesn't, you can ingest them, either one. Oh my gosh. What's ironic is that peppermint oil is really, really good for like muscle tension. And if you get, like I said, if you get a migraine, this is a good buddy. This is a good buddy. This will help support muscle relaxation, as well as good digestion as well. Peppermint oil is just amazing. He's one of my faves, and I love him. He's really good for brain stimulation as well, and good for just awakening your senses. So if you're gonna go to sleep or whatever, I would not diffuse him. He's like the opposite of that. I wouldn't diffuse this or lemon for nighttime stuff. That's not what you need. What you need is gonna be this lavender, but we'll talk about him in a minute. The next one I'm gonna talk about, the next one I'm gonna talk about is Panaway. And this guy is in a different kind of cap, and that's because it's kind of like one of those medicine bottles where you have to push down and open, because this is not necessarily something that you want to have kids around or something. This is one of those oils that I was kind of talking about is a little bit you need to be more cautious with. Panaway smells like wintergreen. Oh man, guys, I wish you guys were here to smell these. These just smell so... My gosh, I feel like I'm in the Swiss Alps. Like, it just smells, when it snows, like it smells just so fresh. So fresh. But Panaway is really, really good for like muscle health, skeletal health. It's one of those that, like, my brother, he is a triathlete, and I recommended this for him with his sore muscles and stuff. I don't work out enough to really utilize the full benefit of Panaway, but whenever I'm on my feet all day, I put some of this on, and it's like a little hug. It's like, hey girl, you're gonna be okay. It's awesome stuff. The next one I'm gonna talk about is one of my favorites. His name is RC, and this oil is so good for respiratory health. When allergy season comes, I am severely allergic to Queen's Anne's lace. And here in the northern Kentucky area, it's like everywhere, okay? So when that happens, I get such a huge, awful cough that I can't, I mean, seriously, I can't function. So RC is one of those that I put it on like Vicks Vapor Rub. I put it like right on my chest and enough that I can smell it and everything. Oh my gosh, he smells like Christmas. Like that is, it's like Christmas, like a mentholy Christmas. It just smells so good. It helps support your respiratory health, and I can't live without him. He's awesome. Especially around allergy season, that's just not going to happen. The next one is purification. If you saw my post a couple of weeks ago, I talked about that there was this smell in the break room and that we could not figure out. We had taken the trash out, we had washed the trash can, we had cleaned out the refrigerator, everything, and we could not figure out where the smell was coming from. And thankfully it was concentrated just to the back break room. So, but still, I mean, we go back there and eat. And so smelling something that's unpleasant was so awful. So I brought in my diffuser and I put about 3 to 4 drops of this purification, which smells like a sweet, I don't know, it smells sweet, but not sickeningly sweet. It smells like a naturally sweet clove. I don't know. It smells still kind of spicy, but it's kind of a sweeter smell. So I put a couple of drops of this in my diffuser and had it run the rest of the day. And guys, seriously, it took the smell completely away. Like there's a little tinge of a smell, and I ran it the next day and it was completely gone within 2 days. And so now we can go back there and eat. It's a good thing, right? The next one. Which one is the next one? The next one is, frankincense. Okay. When I first got my starter kit, all I knew about frankincense was number 1, it's like kind of an expensive oil, so use it sparingly. And number 2, it's what they brought Jesus. So frankincense was one of those oils that I was like, be cautious with, Kate, be cautious with, because you don't really know enough about it to like pour it all over yourself and go through the day. But the more research I did and the more times I used it, the more I fell in love with frankincense. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. It smells, again, like Christmas, but like a Christmas outside, like a hearty Christmas, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe these smells, but I'm not very good at just. It smells like frankincense. That's what it smells like, guys. But no, it's. I was going through a time in my life when I just didn't feel very grounded, and I felt I was dealing with some emotional stuff. I was writing a lot of emotional stuff, and I just was not feeling very connected to myself or really to the world around me. And so I was doing some research and I was told to diffuse some frankincense. And so I started diffusing it, and I also put like 1 drop underneath my tongue. And guys, I had felt this way for probably a good 2-3 weeks. I had felt this way. And as soon as I put it in my diffuser and started using it, I felt so grounded within like 24 hours. Like I felt so much more emotionally stable than I had in previous times. Frankincense is a top skin oil as well. And honestly, it is like, there are so many uses for frankincense. So many uses. It's also a key ingredient in one of our other oils that's a blend and of essential oils. That's what a blend means, is we blend a couple of different of our essential oils together. There's no fillers or anything in there. But the frankincense is one of the key components of another essential oil called brain power, which is really good if you're dealing with with brain issues and not feeling clarity and memory. Brain power is a great oil, and frankincense, like I said, is one of the key ingredients in that. So you're getting that in the kit. And so frankincense and I are friends too. Then we're going to talk about the lavender. This is called the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. That's what this one is called. And I'm so glad we're ending with this one. Well, actually, we have to end with the other one. But the lavender, like I said, I apply every single day. Oh my gosh. Okay, the way I can describe this, a lot of people who have used lavender in the past have told me, like, well, that doesn't smell like lavender. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't smell like the lavender you smell over the counter. That's that sickeningly sweet, like, lavender oil that you smell everywhere else. This actually smells like lavender. That's what's crazy. I feel like whenever I smell this, I feel like I've like walked through a field. It smells earthy. And again, I mean that in a good way. It smells earthy, kind of woodsy, and it smells like actual lavender. It doesn't smell like a, fortified version of lavender. So this is what I use every day, every way. I put it in my diffuser and diffuse at night, and Marshall and I sleep like little babies. I put this whenever I've had like a skin irritant or anything. I use lavender, and it's a good calming oil. I probably should smell this more often. It's really, really just amazing. And so it's one of those that I love. He's my buddy. Do I need to say anything else about this? It's really good for unwinding, like we've always said. It's really one of the top skin oils, which is really kind of funny. It also, this is really cool, guys, it also promotes hair growth. So if you're getting a little thin on top, use a little lavender. If you know somebody who's getting a little thin on top, use lavender. So it's not just good enough for your skin, it's also for your hair and your nails and all of that good stuff. Now let's talk about the bonus oil. Like I said earlier, we had talked about the Valor being out of stock. Valor used to come in this kit, and that's what I got 3 years ago. And Valor was really good for like stress and anxiety, but like I said, the crop had gone out, and we didn't have Valor for a good portion of time. And so I emailed my friend Beth, and I'm like, Beth, what am I gonna do for my anxiety? And she's like, stress away. And I was like, no. She's like, yeah, seriously. So I started using it. Oh my gosh, okay. This smells sweet, but not a sickeningly sweet smell. It smells just like a hug. Like, I don't know how it smells. It's just like a little sweet hug that you get. And Stress Away is so good for anxiety. Again, nothing against the rest of the oils. This is my favorite oil. Like, hands down, I use him and lavender every single day of my life. Actually, I use all of these every single day of my life, but I really, really, really use this one all the time. All the time. When in doubt, I'm like, just throw Stress Away or lavender at it. You'll be fine. Stress Away is one of those oils that I put on myself every single day. It helps like with emotional support, stress, anxiety. Oh my gosh, he's my buddy. He is like my child. We go everywhere together. The next thing I'm going to kind of show you guys is in this box, and there's my water. But in the box, we have these awesome things, and this kind of got whipper-jawed a little bit. But in the box, we have some information right here, kind of basically what I'm just basically telling you right now. But you have two of these Ningsa products, which are really, 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 really awesome. I love drinking them. It tastes like cranberry juice. That's kind of, but it's made with wolfberry. And the wolfberry is so good for energy boosting, and for, like, let's say you've worked out and you kind of feel like blah the next day. This will help you in your recovery for your muscles, give you a little energy boost. It's really awesome. So you get two of these packets. You get a roller ball for, like, you can turn one of these into a roller ball if you want to. You get, like, these cute little, I mean, look how cute they are. They're little glass bottles that you can, like, either put like an essential oil in and have it with you in your purse or whatever. You can also use these as sample packets for people. If you say, oh, hey, I'm using this oil, you should try it too. And you get little cards that you can also like say, hey, enjoy it. Here's my member number. Enjoy. And so that's what that's in there. And so I love these products. These are like the biggest bang for your buck. And it's $160 for all of this. And like I said, this is more than like half off. With the oils and with the diffuser, this is like the bomb.com. And so if you choose to purchase, which I would really love for you to, I would just ask that you go to youngliving.com. Let me get my notes out again and show you exactly what just simply go to www.youngliving.com. Click on, I think it's up at the top of the corner. It says become a member. And you just click on that and you put in my member ID as sponsor and enroller. And my number is 1864444. Again, that number is 1864444. And sign up. And I would love, if you have any other questions, feel free to PM me. I'm here. I've got the next couple of days off, so I will be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this class. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.